Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. Do the same with the Grizzly Gentleman, 10% off at checkout on your fantastic beard products. Or you could shop via the TCG Player affiliate link in the description down below to help support the show. And last but of course not least, you can go to Grey Viking Games with the affiliate link below to pillage some sweet arena codes. What is up, Planeswalker, Sterix 6, back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. How do you like all this animation here? So you might be wondering, why is my beard fucking nuts right now? It's essentially just because I'm going to take a shower like right after I finish recording. I was going to change into a red shirt because I'm playing white red Death and Taxes, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, this is white red Death and Taxes. I worked to clean up the sideboard by just moving things around constantly until they were in a good order. I really like the red splash for Death and Taxes because Sin Prodder is just awesome. Like, this card defeats one of the main issues with Death and Taxes, and that's just card advantage. But it has Menace, which is great. It hurts your opponent because they're not going to want to give you anything early. And once you get to the late game, like, they're like, I can't really take any more damage here. It's great stuff. The addition of Venerable Warsinger should be really awesome, especially in conjunction with Selfless Savior. They kill our Thalia, we get her back. Just really great stuff here. Flamescroll Celebrant is one that I think I really appreciate the front side being very similar to Harsh Mentor, I believe. But also it has a mana sink attached to it, which is great. That's one of the other issues that Death and Taxes decks can have, is that at some point they have mana, but like no cards to do anything with. So this allows us to potentially get some extra damage through. Unfortunately, she doesn't have like any actual evasion. But on the flip side, we can really mess up people's game plan by having Revel in Silence. And I'll talk more about that once we get to the deck talk at the end of the video. But yeah, this build is seeming very decent for now. I think I might have too much like graveyard hate type stuff. I'm not entirely sure. The sideboard's still got to be a work in progress, considering the fact that that we're early. We're still early in Strixhaven. Like, Strixhaven technically came out like today, or well, I guess for you it'd be yesterday or 2 days ago, right? So in terms of like actually being like able to sell. Speaking of which, I gotta talk to my my LGS to see if I can get a booster box of collector's boosters. So we don't love this this opening hand because we have Clifftop Retreat. I'm still going to keep it because we otherwise, like, our cards are good. It's just the fact that our mana base isn't the best. Could our mana base be better? Probably, but I'm not very good with mana bases, so you'll have to bear with me. Okay, well, passage here. Pretty sure I want to get this down because I generally am not going to need this. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and just do this into Selfless Savior. Try to get the beat down going as fast as possible. Got the good old-fashioned Valentine's Day sleeves. So first conduct. Sure. So this is a real decision point here. If we play the Clifftop Retreat now, we'll be able to play one of our three drops, or we can play the Blinkmoth Nexus and allow us to cast Tithe Taker, and if we're unable to get another untapped land, then we can just activate Blinkmoth Nexus and attack with that as well. The thing is, Elite Spellbinder might be very helpful here, but I think I'm going to go with the Tithe Taker route. If I can make it so Control can't do stuff on my turn as easily, I will tend to do so. Plus, we might still draw a land that we can use. Yard of Field Ruin, reasonable, I suppose. Okay, my turn. Fantastic. What do I want to do first, though? I think I want to just attack first. Okay, 3 damage, not bad. Now here, they have 5 cards. I think I want to get the Warsinger going. Because you have to attack with it. You have to connect with it in order for it to do anything great. Damn. It's definitely unfortunate, but I suppose it could have been worse. Okay, that's fine. So we have a second Sin Prodder. 5 mana. Don't know what they can do on 5 mana. I think I'm just gonna play Sin Prodder here. Cool. And pass. They can go up to 4 here. They're on just blue-black. They're on just blue-black control. Field of Ruin. Could blow up my Blinkmoth. Shadow's Verdict. That sucks. That is a card that I did not think of. That I could have gotten rid of with Spellbinder. That's very unfortunate. Damn. I think I will just Spellbinder here. Okay. Can only hit instance, correct? Yeah, it's gonna only hit instance, which is just censor. I think I have to take that and pass. Okay. I assume this is a land. It is a land. Wow, who could have thought? Slim Shady would be something that you would have bought. Would have made you get a gun and shoot at the cop. I just said it. I don't know if you do it or not. They can cast Censor, but I can pay for it. So I'm going to cast Sin Prodder here. Bonecrusher Giant also has some reach for the deck, which is great. So my opponent is at a functional 2. They should just cast with Ventress. I don't see a point. I guess I see a point in destroying my Blinkmoth Nexus actually. We are just gonna get another white source. Okay. This actually allows us to cast Bonecrusher Giant on their turn. Though I guess they could negate it. Okay, 1, 2. Contempt. So I'm considering potentially Bonecrusher Giant, my Sin Prodder. It's fundamentally the same, except Sin Prodder would go to the graveyard as opposed to exile. Additionally, maybe this makes them less likely to cast Negate, but they don't really have anything else to negate. Yeah. Should I go back up to 12? Okay. This is potentially fine. The only issue is they're going to flip that next turn. Okay. So, flip this. They will likely cast Gearhulk on my turn and contempt my Spellbinder, is my guess. This is a sorcery. So I can't actually... 2, 3... Yeah, unfortunately I'm going to miss some damage here. The next one I can cast that. Attack with this. Can't stack with Bonecrusher Giant. I get blown out. Yep, then they cast the Contempt. Go back up to 9. They cast Declaration in Stone and Sin Prodder. I cast Deck first, just on the off chance they had Spell Pierce. Seen 3 of their sensors, yeah. Okay. They decided to do that instead of casting Shark Typhoon, so that makes me hopeful that they have nothing good in hand. That's unfortunate. That is more unfortunate. Damn. We aren't dead yet, but we are damn close. What do we like in the sideboard here? I like Reidane. I like Rip Apart. That's possibly it. It's down token, isn't it? Yep, I'm dumb. I should have played this a while ago. Alright, we're gonna concede. I don't think there was much we could do at that point. We got very close, though. We definitely want Reidane. We definitely want Rip Apart. There's definitely an argument to be made for Rest in Peace. It's not a great argument, but it is an argument. It shuts off their Ascanta and their Gear Hulk. We might also want Rampaging Ferocidon, potentially. Get rid of Skyclaves for Ferocidon. I am a very bad man. Players can't cast spells from libraries or graveyards. What can I get rid of here? We definitely need the Tech Giants. Declaration. If I'm bringing this in, I maybe don't need Declaration as much. It's only 2. I can just get rid of Skyclave. I could do this. How much Destroy did they have? They had mostly like Exile. They did have Fatal Push. I think I'm still going to get rid of 1 Selfless Savior. Very difficult. Very difficult. No. That now. I don't want to deal with the sensor. Pass. I'm fine having this get censored, though. Yeah. That's fine. Because they only countered 1/2 of my card. Okay. Can only really play through drop here anyway if social control. No. Whenever you another controls. Kind of spell unless they pay 1. Makes all their stuff cost very slightly more. I think I want to see what my opponent has before casting Reidane, I think. This is a better clock. I don't know. It's possible to just get countered. Yeah. Mind Stone. That's not something I saw coming at all. Like, at all. Narset.
I have practiced against many foes. Meditate and prepare.
Damn. I do have this, though. So I'll at least get 1 trigger off it if my opponent wants to kill it. Next turn I can play Reidane and hold up Revel in Silence, just in case my opponent wants to play some Torrential Gearhawk shenanigans. So they grab here. Nothing. Fantastic. Why did they shock themselves? Scratch that, I'll be casting Archon of Emeria, which they don't know about, actually. Oh, they're holding up a counterspell, I guess. Removal spell? Cycle. They could have not had to pay 2 life for that, I think. I don't think I care about Narset. This Narset does nothing. I'm just worried about another Shadow's Verdict here. Does this resolve? If this resolves, okay, it resolves. Now the question is, do I want to stop them from casting a spell this turn? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. We'll see if this bites me. It bit me. Damn it. I had 2. I should have. Yep. Damn. As you see, I did play a practice game with this deck. I don't remember what deck it was against. Oh, it was another Torrential Gearhulk deck actually. It was the Opus one, the Magma Opus Gearhulk deck. We were able to win. Mostly because they did not have as much removal. Lurrus deck. Archon should be pretty decent against Lurrus. Not what I expected. No, this is a combo deck. No, it's just mill. It's just rogues. There apparently is a Lurrus combo deck out there. Memory lamps. This flash. I don't care about that card anymore. I don't understand that at all. Go ahead and just play Archon here. Hope it sticks around. Next turn I will likely play Prodder plus Savior. Comes in tapped. Haha. Do not appreciate that. Oops. Okay. Theoretically, we can protect this Warsinger. Start getting our groove back. Okay, sure. Take one of my Prodders. I have two. Wow. That's sheer cowardice right there. Let's get Authority of the Consuls out. I would like to kill their creatures. I don't know if I want Ferocidon, though. I might like this. I think Tectonic Giant is a little slow. Airbag's a little slow. But that's what these tests are for. Lurrus. Or Magistrate, I don't think I need. No, I don't think I want Magistrate here. I Huh. What else can I cut? I don't want to cut another 2-drop. I could probably cut a Sin Prodder. I think I can cut a single Sin Prodder. I think that's probably fine. I think that's prodderly fine. I'm waiting for my nails to like be better before I paint them again. They just look weird to me right now. I don't know why. Let's keep this. I have a deck in stone. And then Reidane on 3 potentially. I honestly might wait until she's on 4. Valkmir might be slightly better here. Slows my opponent down a little bit. Makes it so that their kill spells and stuff cost more. We have a Thalia. She's not the best in this deck. I assume they're going to bring in... Yep. She's not the best, necessarily. But her having first strike can help on the ground, and it does kind of annoy their removal spells. Main phase, Wind Rubber. Oh, I mean, I guess. Sure. I only have 3 of those cards in my deck total, so that's fine, I guess. Yep, hit me for 1. That's totally fine. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Sin Prodder here. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Sin Prodder first. See if they use their mana to counter. Yeah, they sure did. Okay. So Sin Prodder is going to die. I guess I understand why they're playing Memory Lapse. It does make sense. So Sin Prodder is going to get exiled, or milled, because of the Wind Robber. Their Lurrus is trash now. Didn't want another land. I don't really want to deck and stone this. Am I really just gonna play Reidane here? Come on, attack me with your Enforcer. Do it. Do it, coward. Do it. What a coward. Okay. I do like a good Bonecrusher Giant. Does cost 3 to use, though. They've used 1 Memory Lapse. I'm gonna attack with Thalia here. Sure. I have 5 mana, which is the most unfortunate amount of mana to have right now. Yep, 5 mana. Okay. Could just play Velkmir here. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Next turn I can play Bonecrusher Giant and Quetch Mahuzit. Seems like they're potentially contemplating countering it. They are currently hovering over a card in their hand. They decide to counter it. I love a Skyclave. Skyclave would be great. I'm just gonna cast Reidane this turn. This gives me a flyer that can block the 2/3. Brainstorm. They shouldn't have any counterspells for this. Oh, they could have had Dive Down. That is something I didn't consider. Absolutely worth protecting. Even if they have more removal, it's still worth. Like the 1/1 is not as valuable. All right, 1 win, 1 loss. Both against blue-black. Sure. All right, on to opening a pack and then the deck talk. Much potential in this deck, I see. I hate that there's no duplicate protection on Mystical Archives. It's stupid. Okay, so what I like, what I didn't like. I did like Warsinger. I thought Warsinger did what it was supposed to do. I did like Revel in Silence. The reason I lost is because I chose not to use Revel in Silence. I have to recognize when I can, essentially. I need to understand a little bit more of like when it's correct to do so, when it's not, etc., etc. And one of those games I lost, I had two Revel in Silences. I should have used one. I think at that point they did still have the Vraska's Contempt. However, losing 1 creature, as bad as losing 2. So. What didn't I like? Tectonic Giant may be a little slow. The issue is like he's very helpful against control. But another thing, I think I need more Thalias. I think I want to pump up the Thalia jams. We've got the 3 Selfless Saviors to protect our things. Works really nicely with Warsinger. I think that's correct. I have 2 Declaration in Stone as creature removal. It's possible that I just shouldn't care. I can cut like 2. I can cut these out for an additional Skyclave and maybe an additional Bonecrusher Giant. I'm not entirely sure. But like Skyclave technically does that. The issue is like she doesn't truly remove a creature. Declaration Stone can hit any size creature, although Skyclave can hit non-creatures as well. So I'm not entirely sure. I just wish we had Path to Exile. I would be so happy if I had Path to Exile. Drannith Magistrate, we didn't actually get to see be useful. This card is still good right now. You see plenty of people playing Torrential Gearhulk. You see plenty of people just playing with their graveyard, playing with casting things from exile, casting things from their library. I believe Emergent. No. Alternate. Right, gotta include that one. Oh yeah, these get played from exile, right? Like, so this just helps. Does this not? Well, this doesn't even protect from exile, so that's awkward. But yeah, like this protects from players casting things from exile. So I think Drannith Magistrate is so good. Thalia, I think we should need more Thalias, man. I think now's the time. Tithe Takers, I thought Tithe Takers were fine. The Celebrant, she did what you needed to do. I think it's totally fine. Archon's still amazing in this format. Like, the thing is, right, I have so many 3-ups because I want to play so many of these cards. And I think so many of these cards are great. But I really want 4 of these cards. Right, like, I want 4 Thalias. That's 3, fine. That's 3, fine. Maybe I could cut that down to 2. This 3. Maybe I can cut this down to 2 as well. I want 4 of these. I think Spellbinder at 3 is fine. I want 4 of these. I'm still fine on this. Sin Prodder, like, Sin Prodder did what it needed to do. You know, it's a menace attacker. It gives you cards, or it hits your opponent. I like what Sin Prodder does for me. Bonecrusher Giant, I still like. It's an annoying thing against Control. They have to target it and hurt themselves. You can hit small creatures with it. It's a little bit of reach for you. Like, I like it. But I think if I were to make main deck changes, it would likely be to cut out Tectonic Giant. I'm keeping the 23 lands, but I might try to include some cycling lands. I think, generally speaking, the mana base needs work. I think I can maximize its potential by just making the mana sources, just cleaning those up to be essentially perfect, so I can do things on curve always, while also maximizing the amount of mana sinks, non-basic lands that can give me some extra benefit. Yeah. Didn't really get to use Blinkmoth Nexus that much, but the idea is, like, it's a mana land when you can't use the snow one. So yeah, I'd probably cut out Tectonic Giants. I would begrudgingly cut Declaration in Stone, possibly to throw it in the sideboard. This deck does have a little bit of a hard time against life gain decks because their creatures can just get very large very fast, so that's why I do have 2 Rampaging Ferocidons. I do think that I'm playing too many of these effects. I think I should probably cut down. I think I'd just cut Grafdigger's Cage out entirely. Non-land permanent cards and graveyards and libraries can enter the battlefield. Non-land permanent cards. Yeah. Yeah. I think I would cut out Grafdigger's Cage. Yeah. I still like the Rest in Peace against the graveyard decks. Although it's possible that you can cut down a little bit here, because the graveyard decks tend to do other degenerate things that we might have that we might be addressing on some of the other axes. I haven't seen a lot of company decks, but I know they're out there. But Containment Priest is a potential cut. I like the idea of Rip Apart. It's essentially an upgraded Abrade, except this can hit walkers. It is sorcery speed, but I don't care all that much. We're not really doing things at instant speed besides this and this, so I don't think I care all that much. Yeah, I like this build. I really do. But I think I just gotta toy with the numbers a little bit more. You know, maybe you cut down on the Tithe Taker and Celebrant. You bump up some of the other better 3-drops. Gosh, I would love to see an Aether Vial. I mean, Aether Vial or Path would just be so helpful. Yeah. Yeah, other than that, I'm really not sure. I do like the deck, though. I hope you did as well. I do have a P.O. box. Feel free to send me nonsense to it. I will open up essentially anything. If you send me weapons, make sure it's legal for you to do so wherever you are. I'm still waiting for the day someone sends me a freaking katana or something. I will look if okay. This is the deal. If someone sends me a katana, I will absolutely mount it up on my wall behind me. It will be in like all of the videos. My girlfriend won't like it, but I would have to do it for the memes. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Fogwind and Balater, for the continued support. If you'd like to join them in supporting the show financially, you can check that out in the description. If you want to support the show without spending a dime, like, comment, subscribe, maybe click on an ad. Something like that. I don't know if clicking on ads actually helps me, but, you know, whatever. And of course, until next time, all will be one.